Think about the last time you paid a little extra on a credit card bill or earned a few cents on your savings account. To most of us, that's just everyday math, a minor penalty or a tiny bonus for moving money around. But what if the way we look at modern banking completely misses a hidden spiritual reality? In Islamic theology, this casual calculation undergoes a truly startling transformation. In the Quran, specifically in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 275, there is a vivid description of what happens to those who deal in riba, the Arabic term for interest and usury. The text states that on the day of resurrection, a person who consumed interest won't be able to stand up normally. Instead, they will rise, like someone being beaten into a state of thrashing madness by shaitan. While today's world wraps loans in the comfort of quiet bank lobbies, glossy apps, and polite paperwork, the scripture strips that away. It reclasses interest not as a technical accounting entry, but as a deep, mind-altering corruption that impacts the soul and sticks with a person long after this life is over. Just a few verses later, in verse 279, the warning escalates dramatically. The text bypasses standard spiritual advice and issues an outright, formal declaration of war. Think about the scale of that for a moment. The Islamic tradition contains many prohibitions, but almost none of them end with a direct military ultimatum from God and His messenger. Dealing in interest essentially puts an ordinary human being in active, open opposition against the creator of the entire universe. The text offers only one way out. This ultimatum stands unless a person decides to stop and walk away from whatever interest-based transactions they have left. On the surface, a loan looks like a harmless, passive agreement between two consenting people. In practice, however, riba acts as a systemic trap. It reliably locks vulnerable borrowers into endless cycles of debt while automatically building wealth for capital holders, all without requiring any actual labor or productivity from the lender. This shifts a person from making a private financial mistake to being in direct conflict with the divine. To help people grasp the weight of this, the Prophet Muhammad provided a clear scale of measurement. In a narrative recorded by Ibn Majah, riba is described as having 73 distinct levels of severity. Imagine a ladder stretching downward into serious moral consequences. When the text focuses on the very bottom of this scale, the absolute lowest, mildest form of interest, the Prophet stated that even this baseline level is equivalent to a man committing fornication with his own mother. That comparison is intentionally shocking. It's designed to cause an immediate physical recoil and break through our everyday complacency. None of us would ever tolerate or excuse the act described in that baseline comparison. Yet, as a society, we sign interest-bearing contracts every single day without a second thought. Today, this exact system is baked right into the basic mechanics of survival. We see it in our everyday savings accounts, car loans, and 30-year mortgages. Modern banking infrastructure is intentionally designed to be completely frictionless. Apps use beautiful animations, slick interfaces, and gamified reward points to make wealth extraction feel like a win. We have essentially traded terrifying ancient warnings for the sterile comfort of percentages, interest rates, and dividend yields. Trying to navigate an economy completely built on these rules while striving to stay true to strict faith-based prohibitions creates an immense amount of quiet stress for everyday people. The real danger of modern riba is that it is totally invisible. It hides in plain sight as a completely normalized part of being an adult. While waking up to the sheer weight of this reality can feel incredibly overwhelming, The goal of these teachings isn't to make you panic, it's to drive strategic action. The first step is simply a clear assessment. Look at your finances, figure out exactly where interest is entering or leaving your life, and begin mapping out a practical, step-by-step transition plan. While financial extraction is prohibited, healthy economic activity is not. In fact, trade and shared risk investments are highly encouraged. Sound, practical, and halal alternatives already exist and function perfectly well inside our modern economy. Truly understanding the absolute severity of riba gives us the exact leverage we need to break free and move toward genuine financial and spiritual purity. Don't let your financial future stay on autopilot. Take control of your wealth today by opening up your bank statements, auditing your accounts, and identifying exactly where interest is hiding in your life. Once you've found it, join us for our next guide, where we will break down the exact mechanics of Islamic finance models and give you a step-by-step blueprint to transition your money into a halal portfolio.